Well, this is not a spring chick, the Bikini Czar, and it's a good thing I still have some hair left, because last night I think I was like ready to pull it all out, because of course, yes, computer problems. Any of you that have computers and depend on them, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now here's the frustrating part is I had a software program on a trial program. The trial program had expired, and I thought, okay, I want it to work like that. Well, it worked when I had the trial program. I now buy the program, it no longer works. Ah! So anyway, can you imagine? So I've been, well, let's just say I spent like, well, I don't know if it's for 5 hours yesterday. Yeah, at least.
You were on the phone to me for 2 hours as I'm loading that stuff that she can't load. I mean, I even loaded one straight to the internet that she can't see at her computer.
Well, you know, see, here's the frustrating part is, old Cam can look at it on all of his computers. I can look at it on none of my computers. And I used to be able to see it when I had the trial version, but now.
Yeah, and then she's got a Kodak problem on her computer.
Oh yeah, and so, okay, so I had to install like a direct show filter, which for most of you guys, you're like, what in the world is that? I was clueless too. So anyway, it tells you that you're missing a filter because you read those little error messages. And so then, you know, you look on the internet and you try and find out who's the authentic one because you don't want to download a virus from someone else that's offering you the free fill-in thing, right? So you fill that in, and now I had another error message. Oh, you don't know, for some other FFD or something like that, like should you use it or not use it. And then I found out that I had another driver or Kodak that it wanted to update. And so then you go on to the internet and it says do something that was updated since June 2010, but you look on the internet and it takes you back to things that were like 1973 from Microsoft. I know. Ugh. So you're thinking, well, so what? How does that pertain to me? Well, see, part of it is with computer problems, like everybody kind of understands. Like, for example, if you ever call customer service and they say, I'm sorry, our computers are down, we cannot answer your questions, right? So to many of us, that gets very, very frustrating. If you're in business and you need to get information, it's very frustrating because you cannot give it to your customers. But at the same time, they perfectly understand that excuse that having computer problems. Oh, does that give you an excuse to have computer problems to not do what you want? Wait. Did I say that? If you don't want to work and you'd rather do something else, does computer problems solve that problem?
Yeah. But we can't have a computer not working because what happens is we have one computer doing all of the video editing, so we were going to be able to do it on two computers.
Well, actually, we have multiple computers for video editing.
Yeah, but
we don't have as many for 3D video editing.
No, we have one, but we needed a viewer. You needed, okay, the files are created in one form, and they can basically only be viewed by a system that has a player with it, because it's what you do before you actually get the 3D ready for viewing for people. And her player's not working. It worked exactly the way it should be until the time she pushed the spend button, and then she finds out that as soon as she put it on full, there's a codec missing now that won't allow her to play anymore.
I know, and it was working before during the trial version, so I don't understand what's different, which just drives me crazy, because, you know, it's like I could restore my computer to a previous time.
But she loses the program.
Yeah, because it was like a download only once program.
That's right. So you lose it, so you just, but it is normal, it's her computer. By now people know that computers, they all hate her, so.
No, it's called electronic devices. See, some people think I know a lot about them. It's because I've gone through all the frustrations of them.
Because she breaks, I mean, we're talking, I still have a cell phone that we got on a family plan that she went through 3 of them and got another phone because she couldn't keep them working.
It just was not working properly.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm just all charged up in the...
Yeah, well, she'd take the battery out of mine, put it in hers, then my battery would die, so...
I will tell you when it comes to electronic devices, you know how they always tell you that don't buy those extra additional warranties? I buy all of them for equipment that I utilize all the time.
Yeah.
Because, what?
I don't. I just put a computer to sleep a few weeks ago that I've had for 3 years, so.
Mine don't last that long.
No, a month maybe.
No, they last longer than that, which is one of the reasons why I'm waiting for my perfect tablet to come out. Now, this is not like waiting for the perfect guy. The perfect tablet, we have an idea, but we don't know how much longer I have to wait for it.
Well, we know that they're available everywhere but the United States.
I know. It makes me want to take a trip just so I can go buy it somewhere.
Yeah, and then you have to open it up. Well, actually, because it's not a cell phone, but there is one. We're actually, the Dell Streak 7 is the cell phone and the tablet, so that's that. And the base. I mean, we see pieces of things, so but.
Now, here's a dirty secret that you may or may not know. This is when it comes to technology, because we've experienced this a number of times. Now, the manufacturers would probably never admit that they do this, so we're not going to name them because, first of all, they can't name it.
Oh, you mean my cell phone that they keep telling me that it's time to upgrade? Who turns itself on, turns itself off, turns the Bluetooth on and off, you know, does all kinds of strange noises.
Well, one of the things I've noticed is that, you know, because they change cell phones, they change broadband cards, right? And so what happens is they want you to upgrade, they want you to get a new one, and they'll allow you, like you've got a 2-year agreement, they'll allow you to do early upgrades to lock you into another agreement. But see, what miraculously happens as you get closer is that they no longer support your equipment, and it doesn't seem to function quite as well as it used to.
At least it functions on my computers, but not hers, because she had a password problem and she can't get it to work anymore.
Oh!
At CES, it changed on her.
I was so pissed at them.
Yeah, they did it at CES. So.
We had our mobile broadband card, right? And so it worked on all the computers and everything, and I wanted to work with my cell phone, right? So I could do everything with it and not pay for all this extra data. What happened was, after spending over an hour on customer service, it no longer would work neither on my laptop nor my cell phone. Then I needed a password.
And you can't change the password.
And then I took it into the store, and they basically said, you know, we no longer support this. But see, part of it is that piece of equipment worked with several other of the laptops, just not my laptop anymore.
Because she had her laptop, it all changed because she was fiddling with it with her laptops in the same room, and mine weren't here, so. And it just took it off of her. You know, they changed the system, and we know it's the same password because it works on all my other computers.
Yeah, because we had it set up for all the computers, but see, what happened was, since I don't remember ever doing the password.
There wasn't any. It says, according to, I'll tell you exactly what their rule says, specifically, that when you turn it on, all you have to do is to go on to this thing, and it will automatically, you know, give you a password to use. And the problem is, she can't get to that point on that device now, so. But they have offered her a brand new one, though.
Right, but then I have to sign another 2-year agreement. But see, here's the cool part is, the way that the things are coming out, the next version of Android, they have told me, I have to do some research on this, is that your cell phone will be able to act as a hotspot.
The Nexus XS right now will act as a hotspot.
Right, which you've seen some of them act as a hotspot. So part of it is, I thought that you couldn't have as much data with the hotspot as with the other one. But this is the thing that I'm discovering is, okay, you ready for this? Because with the broadband card, you have to do a 2-year agreement on most carriers. And now, if you make your cell phone a hotspot, right, and you go through all that data, you can go on a low data plan, and you can do it month by month, or you can go a higher data plan, which means instead of paying as much for your mobile broadband card, let's just say like $60 a month, you can then just add it to your cell phone, which you're already paying a good $20 to $30 for, data. So incrementally, it's not that much more. And then you can always just add the extra for the hotspot occasionally instead of all the time, and then get rid of it.
Yeah, plus
that's the plan. We have to see how it works.
We also found out that unlimited data means 5 gigabytes.
Yeah, unlimited does not mean unlimited. In fact, I always wonder how they can do truth in advertising on things like that. Because if you ever look at, right?
Yeah.
Unlimited?
No, the people at the where we do business with, you know, sit there and talk to us about all of this, that there are no real unlimited plans. The unlimited is 5 gigabytes, which basically means if you're doing a lot of heavy video stuff, you're screwed off of it. So
I also did find out, now this is unconfirmed hearsay from salespeople.
Yeah.
Okay, that one of the major carriers that works with an iPhone is getting ready to come out with their, what is it, their unlimited data plan.
Yeah.
Again. It was there before, then it wasn't there. Now they're coming out with it again, supposedly.
Yeah, but the unlimited data plan is only 5 gigabytes. So
yeah.
That's the whole trick. Unlimited is not unlimited. They say that if you read the fine print, it's just unlimited up to 5 gigabytes.
Well, and the other part that you're finding too is because I have an Android, and the Android with the operating system, the Android, everything goes back to the data plan because it doesn't stay on the telephone. In other words, you use a lot of data.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going through it real quickly, not knowing that, folks.
But I've learned some different things. Is you can turn it on and you can turn it off, and you put it with your what was it? Your whatever, with your your broadband at home, right? Or you hook it to a hotspot. But then you have to turn it off when you go somewhere else. But the part is you have to remember turn it off, turn it off, because it's really easy to get your cell phone cost up to like $150.
That's what they count on. One of the people said you need to only use your cell phone in areas where there are other people's broadband. Use your browser, get on it, and let that solve your problem.
Mm-hmm.
But if you use your cell phone, in an area not like that, they really screw you, folks. It's just why I have a phone. It's not a smartphone, which we were talking about, and the provider does every type of mean thing you can do in the world, because the salesperson off the record told us, well, they're trying to force you off of your old cell phone because you don't have a data plan, and that's where their money is from, is data plans now, because they're no longer giving you free phones away very shortly. So
yeah, so those are the other changes that are going in the phone market. Yes, you did hear old Cam right. They're getting ready to charge you for cell phones, and don't expect them to be free anymore.
And they're getting ready to charge you. The friends and family is on the way out too. Yeah, that the first company to chuck it will be, I think, Verizon. I think basically shut it down last week. Friends and family.
They did?
No new friends and family. It's all going to cost you on the data plan now. We also found out that the iPhone 4 doesn't work on the Verizon system well either. So, and that's the one they're getting ready to put out. So these are all tips.
Or like the other phone that's supposed to be geared for. Oh yeah, what was it? Now some of this is hearsay, so I'm not going to say the phone. The phone that was created for a company but not sold with that company, you can buy it at full price. But the system, although it was intended for one system, it doesn't quite work like that. So even though you're thinking you should get 4G on the cell phone, it doesn't work, and you end up getting something like 2G because it's not quite ready.
What we found is unbelievable. The sales company, which is the large phone company, doesn't include the cell phone in any of their plans.
Right.
And it's only a 2G. It's an unlocked phone from the company the company supplies it to other companies who carry it unlocked and with a full 4G, but not the company that it's with. So
I know, it's really kind of strange. See, so part of it is, as you can tell, we've been looking at cell phones and tablets and all of that stuff lately. We're going to update you along with it. But technology, love it, hate it. Mainly we all...
No, but when we get the tablets, you'll see
we love it when it works, and when we don't, we deal with it.
Well, the old director over here basically has been dealing with computers since they were as big as houses. So and then a 48K computer was one of my first.
Really?
48K, yeah.
Ooh.
Isn't that a good portable computer, a 48K?
A 48K. What could a 48K do? Word processing?
That was about it. Get on the internet and do word processing. But what was the internet? Well, it's something that they actually talk about. Sending electronic mail. Who would do anything with electronic mail? Yeah. He's putting the post office out of business. So
I know.
These are things. She said, we're technologically advanced over virtually anybody in the news industry, and yet have more problems because we are ahead of the curve.
Well, see, part of the thing is, like with new technology, if you're the early adopters, guess what that means?
Yeah.
It's still early adoption, and you get more problems because they haven't worked out all the bugs.
Yeah, so
So years go,
the old guy's job is to try to fix the bugs. So.
Well, yeah, because it's like by the time you get those bugs worked out, and you have a little bit of time, always want the next piece of equipment.
Well, we have to. I mean, we got, you know, this Long Beach. We got a new camera. Was it a week ago? We're getting a second piece of the camera. Actually, it's a system. It's a full commercial video camera and a prosumer point and shoot. I mean, we got it because the lens is fixed on both of them.
I know, I love that
But
camera.
you know, it's got the world's got it. I mean, we know one of the places it comes with a 1-foot lens with it, and it expands another 6 inches on top of that.
I know.
We want that 1-foot lens, big wide angle 1-foot lens, and it allows us better 3D. We also, you know, like I said, this is an extended piece. All that 3D equipment that was coming out of CES, those cameras, forget them.
I know, because, well, see, when we came back from CES, we mentioned that a lot of the things were prototypes, right?
That they were coming out in March.
Yeah, they're coming out in March. Their distribution channels were to be announced.
Yeah, there are no distribution channels because the equipment's not coming out. There is a point and shoot 3D camera coming out that we know of. The Sony has a Sony Bloggy 3D, and basically they're all little pocket cameras that they're going to be. They just stuck a couple of lenses on a pocket camera. So, which means they're trying to kill the 3D thing. We're going to talk more about 3D in the next piece, though. So
I know, we really are. So for now, I know, can you believe this? Yes, the Bikini Czar actually does really know about technology.
well, no, okay. So for the individual that said that he'd never seen, you know, that she basically is so dumb that she takes down the grade point average on all Asians. No, she's international studies. She's got, you know, was a congressional intern. She's got a list of degrees, and plus she's a news director, folks. So she does know what she's talking about.
I suppose it's all relative, though.
Yeah.